What's going on, BL Fujos? And it is the end of the month of June. And you know I have to give you guys my BL Manhwa Eat Ups of the month of June. We are rounding up the month of June's reads, activities, and what was going on in the BL streets. And we're going to talk about it. We are going to get into it. The comeback of Ian's binding, the ending of Jinx. Stories that stir up the BL's Manhwa anime and manga streets, which we are not going to talk deeply about that manhwa, but it is a part of the month of June activities, unfortunately. We also going to get into new reads. Your girl has tapped into a guide verse. Guiding Me Mad has got your girl pulled in. I'm invested. And I am not a guide verse girly. Like, I don't like guide verse. But I like this read. And it pulled me in. So if you're like me and you don't like guide verse, but you're open to the idea of reading a guide verse, we're going to talk about it. Also, Juju got a new friend. Daiki? Daiki is seeming like he is someone that I'm really enjoying for Juju. And Suya, baby, you better not fuck this up for our baby Juju. It is so much for us to talk about. We're going to get into it. Let's talk. Let's get into this intro. Intro. What's going on, BL Fujos? And it's your girl Hippie. We are back with our month of June BL Read wrap up. And the month of June brought about a lot of things for me. And we're going to start off with this month, I actually met a fellow Fujo in person. Now, to check out that full on experience, we will upload a video on our channel called The Fujo Den. I will tell you guys to go follow and go check out our page. We will be uploading content very soon, but we recorded our experience meeting each other, which it was a great experience. Now I'm going to indulge more in that experience on that content, but it was a part of the month of June, so we are going to mention it. Now the whole point of us meeting up in person was to get an experience of the Sparkle event happened at the K-pop Nourish store in the city. To get my my thoughts on that experience, check that out on that video. All I'm gonna say is for future events, we need to make sure we have enough products, enough razzle dazzle for preferably all the days, not just for the first day, because if it was just for the first day, we shouldn't have had a couple of days of this event, which is diabolical. But when life give you lemons, you make bomb ass lemonade, and that's what we did. Okay, so that was a great experience this month. Now we gonna get into the ending of Jinx. Now, baby, the ending of Jinx stirred the table. Okay. There are a lot of mixed emotions. Now, am I one of the girlies that enjoyed the ending of Jinx? No, I am not one of the girlies that enjoyed the ending of Jinx. I stated in the Fujo Den's very first live, we recapped, we reacted, we live read Jinx last chapter. We're going to upload that live soon. We just had a lot of events and a lot of things we had going on this month, but we are going to put out that content. But the ending of Jinx really really shook the table. I honestly did not know that Jinx been going on for like 3 years. Girly was definitely shocked, surprised, and definitely stuck for words because I did not know how long this roller coaster has been going. I hopped on Jinx at chapter 2024. So I'm just like, I didn't know it's been that long. I don't count. I just read and enjoy. So for that to been the ending, it was relatively disappointing. We do find out we get side stories. Ming is not done with us. She's going to give us more content. So I'm looking forward to seeing what the side chapters are going to be about. Now, if you're a girly that feel like you should have got the whole enchilada in the main story, you have every right to feel the way you feel because your money was spent. Your money was spent on this read. And the ending was just very. Now, I get the whole idea of keeping Granny for so long to the end, the idea of her being able to see Kim Dan and Mr. Joe in a good space together, knowing that Kim Dan won't be alone and Mr. Joe won't be alone as well, because throughout the story, one would want to believe and grow that, Mr. Joe became a grandbaby to Nanny. Nanny saw him as one of her grandbabies. And deep down inside, she kind of figured him and Kim Dan got something going on, something special, something strong. And we see that she's okay once they're okay, and she can go off to the Northern Lights. But that ending, it shook the table. So what I will say as far as with Jinx, if you're considering this read, if you don't mind a story that is heavily about the top, because you do get a heavy story, background story on Kim Dan. One would believe that Kim Dan would have a relative ending because of how many details you're giving of Kim Dan. I just want you to remember the main objective of the story is Jake Young. And the ending will surround around Jake Young. Kim Dan relatively does get an ending, but if it's a grandass character development type of thing that you're looking for with the bottom, it ain't happening as of right now until them side stories come out. But if you're a type that the side stories don't do it for you because you want it all in the main story, you're not getting that out of Jake. It's about Jake Young's growth. It's about Jake Young, his Jinx. It's about Jake Young. So if you're drawn to Jake Young's character, his robust, his vigor, go check it out. It's a read for you. Okay? Now, the next topic we gonna get into, baby, my boys are back. Ian's Binding. Okay? Ian's Binding has returned, and I'm loving the new cover photo for this new season. And we are coming back strong. Like, Ian is feeling like he's back to square one with Benjamin. And even though Ian, deep down inside, want Benjamin to pay for trying, for betraying him, even though in his mind he thought Benjamin was betraying him. But it's like, dude, Benjamin's a CBI agent. He doesn't particularly kill people. You know that. So you knew he would not kill that man. He's going to save that man. Ian, for fuck's sake. This is not your first rodeo with this man. And also Benjamin helping Ian finding the person who was trying to kill him. I understand Benjamin is unconsciously growing feelings for this man. And of course, he doesn't want to see him deleted out the story. And natural reaction, he's trying to save this person that he's thinking that he's forming a bond with. And to find out this man not only deleted that person, but regular working people as well. And he's just like, oh, we did it together. Teamwork made that fucking dream work. It's diabolical, okay? So it's more so them not understanding one is the villain and the other one is a hero. But I'm feeling like Ian needs to stick to the plot of what happened to Benjamin's mammy to get on Benjamin's good side. I think Ian needs to hone in on that plot because I feel like the CBI agency did something to Benjamin's mother. And I think once he finds out, that's when this whole kit and caboodle will make a change. And his whole mindset on this group will be totally different because the higher-ups left Benjamin with Ian. It's Benjamin's team that came for him. And how Benjamin did not rectify in his brain that it's a possibility that Ian may have put a tracker in your body as many times as he did things to where he had to operate on you and bring you back to consciousness. You didn't think he dropped a little bug in your body? That wasn't a thought. Okay, so where we're at, Ian is trying to get that good old kitty cat back. And it's just, we're not there yet, bro. You have a lot of explaining to do, and it's just like, where do y'all go from here? Because obviously y'all are on two different planets. And it's like, where do we go? So drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys think of Ian's binding. They're coming in strong. Like, I'm loving it. And it's just like, oh, damn. Okay. The next story for the comeback of the second season, we got Lust and Found. Now, Lust and Found, baby. Lust and Found. I do have a chapter that I need to catch up on Lust and Found. But what we are getting from the second season is Channy is in his jealousy bag with Sukjun with these hickeys, because he's like, who was Sukjun? I think it's a multitude of things with Channy when it comes to Sukjun, because the fact that he calls Sukjun ugly, but he also knows Sukjun is a beast in the bedroom. So it's like, who the fuck done got with this fugly man, but also tapped my treasure chest? Now, Sukjun is not the type to just give it up to any type of buttercup. And it's crazy that Channy would think that Sukjun is a type of dirty bastard like him. Now, when it comes to that model, I knew that model was tankering with that kitty. I knew that model had to digitize that kitty to know that it was real. He had to touch it to know it was real. And I don't think that model is done with the idea of him pouncing on Sukjun. But Channy's feelings are grown for Sukjun, because that's the only way you can be relatively mad. And he's not mad just one, he's mad. And it's seeming like 40 days and 40 nights of anger. You have deep feelings for this man, that the whole idea of him sleeping with somebody is tearing you up. And you're being petty towards Sukjun. And it's just like, Sukjun don't know how to navigate the situation, because it appears that Channy is like the very first person Sukjun relatively have deep feelings for. And then also he's questioning, why of all fucking people did it have to be Channy? So I get it. I'm loving it down. If you guys are tapping into Lust and Found, drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of Channy's reactions to Sukjun's hickeys, and also Sukjun going to the model for some type of advice. I don't know how you thought the man who's trying to rape you would give you advice, but we're here. We're here. Next story we're going to get into is oh boy, I want to talk about New World Order, but I haven't read the recent chapter. And New World Order is a read that you have to sit down, process for a little while. Like, if you are reading New World Order, literally drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of that read. We'll circle back. But that is a part of the June roundup. It's a lot going on. The fact that Hyun witnessed a video of homeboy conceiving his baby, as if this is like the welcoming committee video. Like, the levels of trauma that these two are experiencing while trying to get his son is freaking diabolical. It literally will have you at the end like, what the fuck did I just read? What literally just happened just now? Like, so New World Order is a whole video by itself. Like, I might have to get in my investigative bag with that. Like, we might have to Law and Order that fucking read. I really do feel like we're gonna have to go in there investigatively. We're gonna have to break it down suspect by suspect. With a dash of Maury Povich, you the daddy, who the daddy type of situation. It's a lot going on. But we will definitely circle back with that read. That read has definitely been keeping me on my toes. Keeping me deeply on my toes, but we are there. Also, the month of June, we have come to the season 1 finale of Blossoms of the White Night, my boys. We gotta wait. We gotta wait. Oh God. Oh God. But we here. Okay. Okay. Let's talk about it. Now, Boat gave us their creative notes, and from the creative notes, we see that Jakar and Mishanu are a match. There's a question mark when it comes to Mishanu's lover, but for Jakar's lover, it's Mishanu. Now, I wonder, because of how the setting is for the men of Shuraka's family, they're tops. Shuraka's a top. Nashi, he's a top. But it makes you wonder if Jakar just happened to be that one bottom. It makes you wonder, is Mishanu doing the do to Jakar, or is Jakar doing it with Mishanu? Also, the fact that with Mishanu is a question mark with lover, but for Jakar it's a stone cold Mishanu, it makes me wonder, is there's a complicated storyline there. Is given this could be potential trouble and conflict with our second couple. Now, we all in the streets wanted Mishanu to have a further role than just being a guard in this story. And we got our window, and it's him and Jakar. Okay. Now, I can't wait until we get into that messiness, because they're both reactions to things that happen are so unfiltered. And I can't wait to see these two react and interact with each other. Different dynamic versus Shuraka and T. And we're left with T realizing Shuraka is no longer a child, but that he's a full grown man. Baby, Shuraka got a sip of that sweet tea, that peach sweet tea, and he is hooked. He is booked, he is hooked, he is addicted. That is all his. He is all his. Baby, it is what it is. We enjoyed every minute of it, because this momentum, this moment we have been waiting for. And as the story progressed, we see that T and Nasheed are growing a relative friendship or camaraderie. Because in the beginning, Nasheed didn't look like a person that T could be someone that he can form a friendship with. And look how everything has turned around. Nasheed is the one that's relatively helpful to T to get what he wants regarding Shuraka. Not saying Jakar isn't. Jakar is helpful as far as T understanding Shuraka's choices. And Mushanu is the same way. But Mushanu likes to not be in the business, but he's relatively forced to be in the business. Him and Jakar is just like, you know what? We kind of rather not know, but y'all tend to keep putting us into shit, so here we are. If you have not tapped into Blossoms of the White Night, I would tell you to go check it out. I don't know if it's still on sale on Lezen, but go check it out. I can't wait for the art change in this story. Like, what the cover photo gonna be for season 2? I am ecstatic. Boat has me open like a freaking window, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Also, in the June wrap up, we have Piete that came back. Now, I haven't tapped into season 2 of Piete yet. I bought the recent chapter, because I have like 10 more chapters I have to read from season 1, and working. I'm getting there, but I cannot wait to get back into my baby Dante. and we got the second season. I'm definitely getting back on that horse, honey, because I love Piete. So if you were reading season one, season two is back out. So if you didn't know, now you know. Go check it out. It is up on Lesson. Now, another read we're going to get into in the month of June that has your girl bugged the fuck out because I don't know where we're going to go in this story is A Blessed Night. The recent chapter ending off June literally left me at the edge of my seat. We are finding out that Ian and Hyun Woo orchestrated the whole thing towards Eunchung. The good cop and the bad cop scenario we got going on right now is all a part of this plan. Now, it's all cute, it's all fancy, very harmful, very demeaning, very stupid of an idea that these two have constructed towards their friend Eunchung. Now, I understand Eunchung was just dancing in front of the closet, and we find out a bit more backstory on why pursuing his inner wants to be with another man wasn't at the top of Eunchung's list, being that he wanted to lead on a straight and narrow type of way of living to appease his parents, mostly the father, after the brother decided to say, fuck everyone, I'm going to do me. So we understand that Eunchung used to be the wild friend and then he changed. And they want to get that old thing back. But their way of going about it is just diabolical. Now, for me, neither one of these two thought of who's going to end up with this man once he's fully out the closet and he's accepting to be with the man. So y'all just thought that this was just going to be a throuple of a couple. This read honestly have me at the edge of my seat because I really don't know who Eunchung is going to choose. Most importantly, you're wondering how Eunchung is going to respond after finding out how we got here. You know, the whole objective of these two in a recent chapter was Eunchung embracing the fact that he is a gay man and stop forcing a peg where it doesn't fit, meaning him being with women to satisfy his parents and the image he felt that they would want, being that all three of them are considered church friends. When you're learning how they all met, Hyun Woo is not a church friend to Eunchung. Their church friend is Ian. And Hyun Woo and Eunchung were friends separately, just like Ian and Eunchung were friends separately. And Eunchung basically brought his two friends together, his outside friend Hyun Woo and his church friend Ian, and that's how all three of them became friends. Now, we basically get an idea that Ian and Hyun Woo was like water and oil when they first met, and I think it's because they just deeply liked Eunchung. They just didn't know their feelings then when they were children. But the objective as them being friends, they did not want to lose Eunchung to a woman, experiencing him being married and not being able to be around them and hang out and them do the sneaky, freaky shit that they were doing to this man. If you are tapped into A Blessed Night, drop your comments below. Let me know what you guys are thinking of this read and how you think it's going to go. Like I said, it's two major things. Who Eunchung is going to be with and how Eunchung is going to take everything that has happened to him. The full-on story, the fact that all of this is an act, even what's happening now is all a part of the plan. Hyun Woo playing like he's the good guy, like each of them taking turns on that peach sickle. It's crazy. But we're here. Okay. Next on the list that we are going to get into. Now, the ending of Fragment of the Moon. This is the beginning of June. I want to say, was Fragment of the Moon towards the ending of May? And then we got the creative notes in June. Okay. Now, Fragment of the Moon, if I'm not mistaken, I think the author's going to give side stories or just gave the creative notes of us getting the idea of this is their first rodeo with this type of way of going with a man haul and just releasing it, getting their feet wet. Now, I do appreciate the creative notes for Fragment of the Moon. And I'm actually quite happy that I was so busy that I wasn't able to put out a reaction to the ending of that story, which I haven't on TikTok. And I will, specifically after this video, now that I'm thinking about it. And I'm glad that I got to see the creative notes and not react at that point in time, being that the creator was aware of certain things they didn't do really well with the story. Now, don't get me wrong, I enjoy Fragment of the Moon. Fragment of the Moon was a good read for me. There was just a few holes in that read that it didn't feel fully satisfying when you are receiving the ending. To me, you don't find out who 100% who was setting up Vladimir. You don't really see him get full on vengeance on that person, only the person who did what they did to Eugene. It's a lot of missing pieces that the author didn't put in, but like I said, they explained that this is their first rodeo. They did really well for their first time, and for the most part, it is a good read. There's just certain parts of the story, personally for me, that I would have preferred more information, but for some other people, it could have been just the right amount. And getting that ending with Eugene and Vlad. And honestly, for this writer, I'm not going to lie, how they rolled out their backstory, how they came to, was chef's kiss. It was just more so certain things that they put in the story, they just didn't give more information. Now, the layout for the story is amazing. I'll give it to them. Amazing. Baby, don't change that formula. Keep that formula. Just, if you ask him, just certain parts, you just dashing that information. Just give us a little whoop whoop of an explanation. But other than that, the breakdown of that story was chef's kiss. I do recommend Fragment of the Moon as a read. It is completed. I think they said they was going to give side stories. Don't quote me. I guess we might get side stories, but to my understanding, it is definitely a completed story. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of the ending of Fragment of the Moon. If you tapped into it, and if you're considering tapping into it, drop your comments below. Now, guide me bad. Well, guiding me mad is a guide verse that got me in an entanglement with it, okay? I do not like guide verse. I don't really care for guide verse, and if you are familiar with my channel, you will see that I don't recommend guide verse. I tried to read one guide verse, and I'm not saying it's bad. I think it's called Blood Poker. It's just I didn't have the attention span to want to go back. It's more so me, not the read. But guiding me mad has me like, bro. And I know why, because it's not so much of the ins and outs of the guiding and the esper, all that techie, high-tech stuff. It's more so about their personalities, how they meet, and how they're slowly meshing. And Ian and So-woon, how they meet each other is so funny. And So-woon's backstory on him becoming a guide in his first experiences dealing with espers as a young child, and those espers thinking that they were going to do some dirty, sneaky, freaky things, one can understand why he did not want to do those things as an older gentleman, as a guide. And finding out that Ian is the only esper that survived a situation that left him to a point. He's very powerful, but also powerless to his own powers in his own body. And So-woon is actually the first person after that makes him confident and believe in life every damn day. This story caught your girl. It caught me by the boot scraps. I'm here for it. But I have to point out that Ian is definitely a masochist. So-woon is the dom and Ian is the sub. Even though So-woon is the bottom and Ian is the top, Ian enjoys So-woon's aggressive way of telling him to get away from him, but eventually letting him put the D in him. I'm enjoying the story. I'm enjoying it. I'm eating it up. Oh my God. Give me more, give me more, give me more. And I said in the beginning of the video, if you are a girly, a fujo, a fudanshi, who does not like the guy verse series like me, trust me, I know, it's like, what? This one is a game changer. I'm really anticipating the next chapter. Like, this one is a game changer. A game changer. I highly recommend this read to my fellow Fujos. If you have tapped into Guiding Me Mad, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of this read, because the recent chapter, Soowoon got into it with a guy, with the Esper that he was trying to guide, but he threw up. Something about the man smelling a little off, because Ian smelt the stench off of this Esper. He tried to attack Soowoon and Ian blocked him, but Soowoon realized what the doctor told him, that Ian doesn't have the ability to self-heal, and when he uses his magical abilities, Soowoon was told to stop Ian because he can possibly really hurt himself, because it will hurt him to use it, being that he can't really heal himself. So Soowoon showed a different side, and at the end, Ian was like, come on, let's go. I need some guide. So I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I can't wait. Next on the monthly wrap-up, we have Kissing the Scumbag. The season 1 finale of Kissing the Scumbag. I don't like Winston. I'm just come out and say I don't like Winston, and it's going to be hard for me to like Winston in the future, because he keeps messing with my baby Angie. And Eugen's thread is running very thin. We can see the topic of Angie is where there's no fucks given when it comes to Winston. Like, he's trying on the behalf that he can see that Angela is relatively enjoying her time there with the best, but she is fully aware that these people don't treat her daddy right. But dude, talking to him crazy, accusing him of trying to spend your money, accusing him of doing things. In all reality, Eugen just wanted to go out and get baby Angela a new dress. And baby Angela breaking down, trying to tell Winston what it really was. And Eugen ended it off with him one day is going to regret that these are the memories that this little girl have of him. Is because Winston don't understand that that's your child, bro. Baby Angela is your baby. She's not your daddy's baby. And once everything comes to light, baby Angela is not going to really want nothing to do with you in the beginning. You're going to have to fight hard at the paint for that little girl's affection, because you're just busy fucking up. And Eugen, in the nicest and the slightest of ways, is trying to tell you to slow your fucking roll, you motherfucking troll. And you just still want to do what you want to do. So, I don't know what season 2 is going to bring. I honestly do not know how this family is going to react once they find out that baby Angela actually belongs to Winston. How Winston's going to respond to him finding out about baby Angela. I completely understand why Eugen is worried that they will try to take baby Angela from him. But honestly, baby Angela will not be the easiest child for them to actually nab, because she loves her father. She loves her father. Can't nobody tell her shit about Eugen. She loves her dad. So they can do whatever they want to do. They can try whatever they want to try. But baby Angela is where she's at. If you have read the first season of Kiss the Scumbag, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of the ending of season 1. And we are coming to the end of the month of June wrap-ups. There are, of course, other stories that I have tapped into, but these ones in particular are the ones that stood out for me. We do have the dynamic of Chase and Josh in Kiss Me If You Can with the return of that second season. And honestly, I am eating it up. We getting so many dynamics of Chase, and right now Chase is kidnapped. What are we going to do, my baby, my baby, my baby? But we also see that Josh saves the day. So it's just, listen, Josh, you keep wowing me like that. Chase is kidnapped, and you bust through the door waving that fofo. All them hoping, homie, just don't hit me no more. I can't. I can't. I eat it up. I eat it up. I can't with my whack ass rhymes though. I can't. I eat it up. Anyway, guys, drop your comments below. Let me know what you think of the reads that I mentioned. And also, if you have some BL Manhwa, manga, anime recommendations, drop it below. You guys already know I like to tap into whatever you guys recommend and whatever you guys enjoy. I mean, if I like it, I'll tell you. If I don't, I'm going to tell you too. Drop your comments below. Let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to know when I upload new videos. It's a new live upbeat. And it's hot in these NYC streets. So just bear with me in the dynamics of me being in my room, because that is where the AC is located, and this is just where we're going to be until further notice. Guys, be you, be amazing, and most importantly, be safe in these BL streets. Keep reading those BL Manhwas. Layers, my beautiful BL Fujos out there.
She's the hippie with the drip, straight New York on the lips, sage burning while she's scrolling through the sweetest little ships. Fresh tea, hot take, she gon' break it down clean. Be a glow in the aura like a neon dream. City soul with that cosmic touch. Every episode hits smooth as such. Sexy, flirty, witty too. If you know, then you're Fujo crew. Hippie Fujoshi, yeah, she got that vibe so saucy. Turn the page, baby, dive real deep. She the queen of the fandom, and we all got seats, all got seats. Hippie Fujoshi.